Hey everybody, this is Chris Yarrington coming to you with another Mindful Monday. Super excited because today we're going to talk about sleep. Sleep is one of those things that a lot of people overlook when they're looking at their health and their wellness, and they're building in a routine that makes sure that they're hitting their fitness and their wellness goals. They oftentimes will overlook sleep. On average, the average person needs between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. Some need a little bit more, some can deal with a little bit less, but those people that are telling you, I can do it on 4 hours or I can do it on 5 hours, no. They can function, but their body it's taking a lot of toll on their body, and it's not something that's healthy to do. One of the main reasons that it's super important, no matter who you are and how you're focusing on your health and your wellness, if sleep is not a top priority, it's going to have a negative impact on the way that you can reach your goals and achieve your goals. Just 1 hour less of sleep, one night of not getting as much sleep as you need, it actually increases the hormone ghrelin, which is a hormone that works against you in creating a lot of hunger. So ghrelin is in charge of hunger. More ghrelin means that you are hungrier. And if your goal is to lose weight, but you're not sleeping very well, or you're not sleeping for the amount of hours that you're supposed to at night, that's going to make you feel like you need to eat more. And then it's going to work against your weight loss goals. So as you're trying to monitor what you're eating, make sure you're controlling your calories, making sure that you have a calorie deficit so that you're dropping weight. If you're increasing your hunger, you're either going to be extremely unhappy and grumpy because you're not going to be able to eat as much as you want, or you're going to just eat what you want because you're hungry, and then you're not going to be able to hit your goals. So sleep has a very big, profound weight-related impact when it comes to health and wellness. The other thing that sleep does is if you're in a high-intensity workout routine and you're trying to put on a lot of muscle, or just in general, you want to continue working out and not feel so tired, broken down, and sore all the time, sleep is the time that your body gets to replenish and recharge, but it's also the time where it gets to repair all of your muscles. Your muscles get broken down, they get torn when you work out. When you sleep, the body goes into this repair mode, and all the hormones that are being released, everything that the body's doing, lowering your heart rate, all of that stuff, it's related to making sure that your body can repair. So your muscles are actually being knitted back together. The nutrients are being cycled through your body so that your body can do that. If you're not sleeping enough, then you're taking away hours from your sleep, and you're taking hours away from your recovery and repairing all of your muscles. So that's like saying that I'm going to go to hospital for 5 hours and see if they can fix me. And if they can't do it in 5 hours, then I'll come back the next day and give them another few hours. That's not efficient. And if they need to work on you for 40 hours and you're only ever giving them 5 hours, it's going to take forever for them to be able to fix you. So there's a very important role that sleep plays in making sure that you don't get hurt, that you don't get injured, because you need to be able to repair your muscles and make sure they're ready for the next time that you're going to be working out and challenging them. So sleep is extremely important on that stead. The other side is that your brain, it actually shrinks a little bit when you sleep. And the point of this is it's actually flushing out the fluid from your brain and making sure there's not like all of this gunk that's up. Imagine that you're a car and you got to get oil changes every now and then, or when you fill up your tank, all the gas that's gone through the engine and has been put into your car, it can leave that residue in there too. Same thing happens in your brain. So when you sleep, your brain actually is flushing everything out. The less you sleep, the less your brain can do that. And so it leaves you open to actually having some issues and deterioration start to happen in your brain if you're doing that on a regular basis. So in order to protect your brain, getting those recommended hours of sleep is extremely important. Not to mention that if you're sleeping, you're going to have higher anxiety, your stress is going to be a little bit higher because when you get to sleep and you can really rest everything, you wake up and you feel rejuvenated, relaxed, it's all going to play into you just being a little bit healthier, having a little bit more wellness in your life. And it's a huge thing that a lot of people overlook. So I just wanted to bring it up today because I know it's something that with everything that's been going on, maybe you're a little stressed, maybe your habits aren't great, but you could be impacting your sleep. And if you're impacting your sleep negatively, it's going to have a spiraling effect. So I threw all these things at you at how not getting enough sleep can have a negative impact. I don't want to leave you without any tools to help make sure that you can get sleep. So a couple of things that you can adjust if it's something like you tend to not be able to fall asleep. The biggest thing that you can do is you can use a sleep routine. So just like you have when you wake up in the morning, you have a morning routine to get your day off the right way. You can have a nightly routine too. Maybe it's, you've all heard, I'm sure, that blue light before bed is bad. You want to try and let your body just get ready for bed and not have any of that blue light that makes it feel like it's still light outside. So one of the things that you can do, reading before bed, stretching before bed, yoga before bed, something like that, meditation before bed, something that allows you to quiet your mind, quiet your body, and not add any extra light into your life as you're doing it. The other thing is then making sure that you're not adding anything into your room that could be causing you to stay awake. So the idea would be not eating in your room, not bringing your work into your bedroom and doing your work on the bed, because that conflicts with that nightly routine. If your nightly routine is to go into your bedroom, do a little bit of stretching, brush your teeth, and then go to bed, but every other night you're bringing work and you're doing work on your bed, your body will not have a routine. It'll get confused, and then it won't know whether we're going to bed or whether we're trying to stay up. So that's one thing that we've got to consider as well. Nutrition is going to be a huge thing. Thinking about things like, how close to bed am I eating? Am I eating within 2 hours? If you're eating within 2 hours of bedtime, that's actually giving your body energy. And when your body gets, yes, I know, food coma, right? But if you're giving your body a bunch of food, you're actually asking your body to break that food down and give you energy. And if you're about to go to bed in an hour or something, by the time it's, halfway through digesting all that food, you're awake, you're alert, and that's going to keep you awake, or it's going to bring you out of being tired when you're trying to sleep. And the other thing is caffeine. Some people can drink caffeine at 12 o'clock and be okay, 2 o'clock be okay. Some people can't drink caffeine past 11 o'clock because it'll keep them up all night. Whatever it is, caffeine, you want to try and keep it at least 8 hours away from when you're sleeping. Let it go through, and if you can limit how much caffeine you're taking in and not have too much, that's also going to have an impact on your sleep ability as well. And maybe considering starting to cut out some of your caffeine and see if you sleep a little bit better if you have trouble not falling asleep. There's also people that might wake up in the middle of the night, and one of the things that can contribute to that is alcohol. Alcohol helps you fall asleep sometimes. As many of you know, have a little bit of alcohol, you feel tired, you fall asleep. But as that alcohol processes through your system, it starts to actually keep you awake. It helps you maybe fall asleep at the beginning, which, yes, that's why people drink it before bed sometimes. But it actually will make it so that you don't fall into a deep enough sleep, and then you rouse a little bit easier and you actually wake up in the middle of the night. So that makes your sleep quality go down and makes it harder for you to be, getting a good night's sleep and getting the full potential out of your sleep, and doesn't allow your body to get into that full relaxation mode. So cutting out alcohol, not having that, either not having that at night, or not having it, same thing with food, closer than 2 hours to bed, because it's going to have that same effect as well. All right. And if you're having more than one drink, for women, more than two for guys, which is the daily recommended amount, it's going to have a lasting impact into your night, more so than if you had stopped at that first or second drink. So keeping it in moderation as well is going to have an impact on how the alcohol will affect you going into that sleep. All right. The other thing is going to be light, controlling light in your bedroom, making sure that if you need to, you get some, blackout curtains, or you get a mask to wear so that you're not being troubled by the light. Sounds as well, distractions and things waking you up. If you have a dog or cats or something that jump on your bed, like all of those things. I love pets. I have 2 cats and a dog as well, but when it comes to bed, they're not in our bedroom. We sleep and it's just us, and we've got our blinds that come down and block out all the light, and you want it to be a very sleep-inducing environment in order for you to better your sleep habits. And then the last thing I'm going to bring up is going to be temperature. It's been shown that 62 to around 68 degrees is the best temperature for you to fall asleep. It helps you make sure that you're not overheating throughout the night. Obviously, that also depends on how many covers you have going on. If you have, like, it's Antarctic up in here and you've got covers on covers on covers, you might want to consider what those covers are doing. But if your body is uncomfortable because it's too warm, then it will stop you from sleeping deeply. So just some things to consider. You want to try and control the things that you can control so that you can have a better night's sleep. Now, every night will not be the best sleep ever. But if you start to put these practices into play, I guarantee you, after a couple weeks, you're going to be looking back and going, how did I ever sleep the other way? So hopefully this is all really helpful. I know today's a little bit longer, but it's a very important topic. I think it'll be very helpful for you, and I'd love to hear any success stories that you end up having with this and these best practices. So hope that you liked it. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later in the week for Fitness Fridays. Bye.